It's the night of the 10th day of the 8th month of the year when Kaya West walks into the room with Samson and Tuck already awaiting his revival. He could barely hold back the excitement of the impending doom the Saltines were about to experience. 8/11 is their holy day, the day they honor the Saltine who started it all, Kurt, ancestor of Retlaw, the emperor of Saltinasia, district of BgOLIA. Tomorrow will be the last time it would hold meaning in Saltinasia. For the militancy, it would be a day they'll never forget.
Is everything prepared?
Kaya said, looking at a map of the Saltinasia district.
We're all set. The packages are in place. When we finish with them, there will be none left,
said Samson. What about the coons? Asked Tuck.
If it comes to that, we will. But for now, they get a final chance to redeem themselves,
said Kaya.
Tomorrow will be the wake-up call. Either get up or be put to sleep,
said Kaya. They all shared a laugh and told each other to be well. Tonight they sleep, allowing the Saltines to have a space of their own for the very last time. Just outside of the room listening was a delegate in the Bringing Outward Worth Together in Epiphany, a bow tie for short, smiling because this was it. This was the moment he had been waiting for all of his life. Chase was no ordinary militant. In fact, he wasn't a militant at all. Unbeknownst to everyone, he was actually a Negropean. Negropeans are descendants of DeMarco Aker, the man who stood up to the ancient militants hundreds of years ago. After a brokered peace, they took their side, right next to their beloved Saltines, and have remained there ever since. There were rumors of plans inside of the militancy, but the handcheck verification system in place and questionnaire aren't 100% effective. What makes Negropeans more dangerous than coons is, coons can't hide their true nature. They will openly defend the Saltines, so going undercover is impossible. Negropeans, however, walk like the militancy and talk like the militancy. They blend in just enough that you don't notice that they're there until it's too late. This was the moment Chase was waiting for. He could finally leave that horrible place. He could finally go back home to serve Retlaw and the Saltines to gain their favor. This might be the proof of loyalty that will allow him to be the first Negropean to be granted an amulet of acceptance, since his great ancestor DeMarco did it hundreds of years ago. Chase went back to his chambers and closed the door in a rush. He took a bite of a saltine cracker, which all Negropeans kept with them, so that when the time came, they could use the taste from the salt to find their way along the underground salt road back home. He closed the door to his chambers for the last time, hoping he would never see that cursed room ever again. With a few guards on duty and everyone getting their rest preparing for the coming war, he was able to easily sneak out and along the road back into the Saltine Castle. He knocked on the door of the castle 3 times. A voice from behind the door said, "What is the password?"
Well, what about black on black crime? We've just got to do better,
Chase said. The doors opened slowly and guards greeted him to make sure he was a Negropean. The Negropean verification system is much harder to get past because it relies on you having no soul. "What's the best kind of party?" a voice said.
Obviously one without niggas,
said Chase. "Do you Instagram?" a voice said.
Well, no, because I don't want to even be seen with myself,
Chase said. "Would you rather the love of your mother, father, and community, or the love of Retlaw?" the voice said.
Retlaw,
Chase said firmly. "You may proceed," the voice instructed. Chase made his way down the hall and up the stairs. He walked into a grand room where Retlaw was sitting on his throne. It was dimly lit, as Retlaw is scared of complete darkness. He opened his mouth and said,
Why have you disturbed me on the eve of a great celebration?
I have great news, sir. I know of a plan.
Chase said.
A plan? A plan of what? Speak swiftly. I grow tired of your blackness.
Retlaw said.
Tomorrow, the militancy is planning on killing you and all my Saltine brothers and sisters.
Chase said.
How have you come to know this lad?
Said Retlaw.
Sir, I'm one of your coons from the Negropean Plant Division. I've been working there for half of my life.
I've gained their trust, and finally, today, I overheard the plan to kill us all.
Chase said. Redlaw paused for a moment.
How exactly is he going to do this?
Redlaw asked.
I don't know, sir. What I do know is I could round up all the best coons far and wide to protect you tomorrow,
said Chase.
Stop the militancy, and I'll make you an amulet.
Redlaw said.
Yes, I'll make you one because you've been a very good boy. One worthy to be marked with the saltine. Your life will change, until we grow tired of you.
Redlaw said.
Thank you, sire. I won't let you down.
It's morning. 811 is here and Kaya is awake and ready for battle. There is a spring in his step because he knows by tonight he won't ever have to sleep with the disgust of saltines existing ever again. He walks into the war room where his trusted advisors are already waiting.
Is everything in secured?
Kaya said.
Yes, we've gotten all of the brave fakes in place. They will be ready as soon as we start attacking.
Samson said.
As soon as Relo begins his speech, we will attack. God bless us all.
Kaya said. Chase, with his newfound purpose, was determined to let nothing stop him. It was all he ever wanted out of his life, true acceptance, the kind of acceptance the militancy could never give him, the kind that gives him a pass to live like the saltines. He will be able to ignore everyone else's plight. He will be able to infringe on other people's houses and claim it as his own. He will be able to, for the first time, make shit up about groups of people and have it pushed into law as universal truth. The entire future was in front of him, but he couldn't do it alone. To carry this out, he needed help from Coon Tink Omega Force Delta Bravo Johnny 5. He went into the entertainment hall where only the elite coons are. This is a place where coons get to sit and watch saltines do incredible things. It's almost as if they're doing it themselves.
Are you ready to be accepted?
Chase said as they looked at him confused. Accepted? What are you talking about, Chase? Speak plainly. They're about to go swimming, said John Brown, who was nicknamed Turd because of his affinity for taking shit the saltines do and turning it back onto the militancy, making it their fault.
Redlaw said he'd give us all ambulance if we help eradicate the militancy once and for all,
said Chase. Impossible. Don't play with me. I don't have time for games, said Civet Maxwell, who has worn the same armor in over 200,000 battles without getting anything new. Tell me, is this true or not? If it is, you have my help, said Civic.
Gosh, it's for true. I pledged those words on DeMarco himself,
said Chase. That's all I needed to hear. We're in. What do we have to do? Said Turd.
We can't allow the militancy to ruin the great celebration tomorrow. As soon as you see Kaya, Samson, or Tuck, we know the battle has begun. We do this right, and tonight we'll be dining at the kids' table at the Cracker Barrel, just like we've always dreamed,
said Chase. We won't let you down, Chase. We want this as bad as you do. We'll alert everyone right now, said Turd. Chase began to laugh.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna get the chicken tenderloin and the sweet tea.
The militancy army is ready for battle. They've kissed their loved ones and told their children to get ready for a new day. One way or another, things would be different when they return. Kaya and Samson were in front as they usually are when going into battle. As they get into positions right outside of the Saltine City, Kaya pauses and speaks for a moment to his brothers and sisters.
Today is the day of reckoning. Today is the day we wipe the earth clean of these aliens who have infiltrated our lands. Our ancestors wanted peace. There can be no peace. Our ancestors want to live in harmony, but there can be no harmony with people who are not in tune with BGOLIA. Today we fight for a higher purpose. Today you fight for Jah and Jeffet Koto and Kefta, who lived hundreds of years ago. Today you give the spirit Hannah. We give you all the power. We lift you up. Quaidman. There can be no peace.
We're ready, Chase. We'll protect as many saltines as we can and slaughter as many militants as we can, said Turd.
Good work, Turd. You can be second in command, which is almost like being a quarter white,
said Chase.
We need Redlaw to get through this. We do it for our people. We do it for the coons,
Chase said. For the coons, Civic Maxwell proclaimed.
For the coons.
It's high noon, and the time to celebrate is here. Every saltine in the city is gathered to hear what their great and powerful leader has to say. How will he honor his ancestors so that their light might so shine in them?
I'm ready. Today, we honor my ancestor Kurt. He gave us the coons to watch over us. This great day is a day to be jubilant. Rejoice in the fact that we're saltines.
As the crowd cheers and Retlaw's voice can be heard, Kaya is ready to make his move.
We do this now or never. Are you with me?
Kaya says. He turns and runs towards the center of the city where the speech is taking place. The militant plants are keeping their cool. They know of the new plan to stop the militants, but they'll do their best to help. Kaya appears front and center. He yells out,
Attack!
The entire militant army runs with the force of 100 Usain Bolts right at the saltines.
Take no prisoners,
says Kaya as he slices the head off of Saltine Woman. The crowd in the front cannot see what's happening in the back. All they hear is a commotion and scream. As they turn to look, Kaya is now visible to all in attendance.
Guards,
Redlaw says with a menacing shit-eating grin. Chase says,
Now!
At this moment, Turd is having second thoughts about all of this. What if it's a lie, Civic? What will we do then, he said. If it's a lie, we fight on that lie, Civic Maxwell said as he put on his famous DW gear for his intense delegate watching. The militant plants began their assault. They threw off their white servant coats and sprinted to the sharp objects they carefully placed all around the circle. As they arrived at their weapons, real coons challenged them to protect Saltine supremacy. The militant code states you do not kill a brother or sister unless they are trying to uphold that supremacy. If they are no longer your brother or friend. With this ringing endorsement fresh in their minds, they began to viciously slash the coons who had no problem dying in the name of the law. If a few coons have to die in order to protect the law, then so be it. Chase, noticing his forces divided, commanded that Redlaw be taken to safety, but Redlaw refuses. Instead, he wants to stay and watch the militants get slaughtered. Kaya and the militants are ripping through the crowd. No person is safe. There's nothing but carnage and cocoa-buttered sweat from the lifting of their weapons and busting of their guns. They move closer to the front lines where the coon forces have made a wall to protect the CAC elite.
Now!
Chase yells as the second army of coon attacks from the rear. Pause.
It's always like coons to try and stab you in the back. Everyone, pay attention to your rear. Pause.
Samson said. The coon force is putting a dent in the size of the militancy. These coons have been trained well. The hesitation to kill someone who looks like them is causing the militancy trouble. The coons make no such hesitation. They shoot and stab without prejudice. Well, with direct prejudice. The militancy is being attacked on both sides. Kaya still pushes forward. Turd runs up, but is quickly slayed by Kaya. Civic runs up, and his engine is put to sleep. After 200,000 battles, this is his last. Now all that stands between Kaya, Redlaw, and victory is Chase. The militant forces have recovered after Tuck lit an incense and burned their purple kush tree. This relaxed and refocused the militant.
It's lit,
Samson said, breathing in the beautiful aroma. When purple kush tree is lit and the militants dab, there's just no stopping them. They begin to dispose of the coons fighting to protect Saltinasia efficiently.
Why, Chase? Why?
Kaya said.
Why would you turn on your own brother? We gave you 29 suits.
I needed 30.
Chase said.
You should be sick and tired of these 14 games. Dying going to heaven in Redlaw's name?
Well, Kaya, all that glitters isn't gold. The amulet I get from defeating you is where the true story is told. Great DeMarco will come guide me from the skies and show me the light.
I guess you could never understand. The true God is not a coon. It's the living militant man. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right to die.
What a mighty Zod, what a mighty Zod, what a mighty Zod we serve. Ain't a spell before him, heaven and earth adore him. What a mighty Zod we serve.